in the long run, it's going to be very important for you all because you will understand that what I'm going to teach would help you all to show variety with tenses, both for speaking and for writing. So that's going to be our main topic. So this topic would target both speaking and writing. So I'm pretty sure you'll find it useful. But at first, it's going to be very easy for you all. Hopefully, it's going to be very easy. But then you will understand the logical progression, like how it's going to be useful in the long run. Fine. So, guys, let's slowly start. So, the thing is, when it comes to tenses, like for all exams, it's important. And if you look at IELTS, writing, grammatical range and accuracy comes, it consists of 25% of the overall score. And Band 7 requires a variety of complex structures. Band 6, basic tenses only. Band 7 plus, remember, it's very important to show sophisticated sentence structures. So here we are looking at sophisticated tenses. And for speaking, remember that for grammar, again, it's 25%. And if we use wrong tenses, right, then we would lose marks. So we need to avoid that as well. So the thing is, guys, right, I'm going to start with present simple, right? And it's something that we would use very often when we speak about our routine. Now, for example, still people are joining. One second. So, for example, when you speak about habits, right? Like I study English every day, right? She goes to the gym 3 times a week, right? And when you speak about general truth and facts, like water boils at 100 Celsius, or the earth revolves around the sun. The earth revolves around the sun. Then permanent situations like I work as an engineer, right? He lives in Tokyo, right? And then, guys, when you speak about timetable future, like the exam starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow, or my flight leaves on Monday, right? Now, for example, the train leaves at 9 a.m. So when we speak about a schedule, we use present simple, not future, present simple. Now, for example, if you start work every day at 9 a.m., and if you finish work every day at 5 p.m., then you should say, tomorrow I start work at 9 a.m. Tomorrow I finish work at 5 p.m. Why? That is your schedule. So even if you're referring to the future, you use present simple. Is that clear? Yeah? So once again, you need to know that, guys, because quite often in IELTS speaking, people say like, I'm studying. She's going to the gym 3 times a week. You can say that it's so obvious, but there are those who make such mistakes, and that could affect the overall score. So we need to avoid that, right? So let's hope that we're not going to make such mistakes in the future. Now, once again, water boils, facts, right? At 100 degrees. The earth revolves around the sun. And permanent situation like I work as an engineer. He lives in Tokyo. Then the exam starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow. My flight leaves on Monday. So, as a rule, we know that we use these expressions with present simple, like always, usually, often, or often, both are fine, sometimes, rarely, never. And also, when you speak about every day, every week, every month, every year, we use present simple. Then on Mondays, in the morning, at night, and once, twice, 3 times a week. Like once a week I meet, 3 times a week I meet, twice a week I meet. So now you can say, okay, I know these things. Why am I here? But I'm going to show you how we would use for essay writing. Yeah. Guys, I would really ask you all to join on time. Okay. It's already 6 minutes past. And when you all join after 5 minutes, it's very difficult for me to explain. So please, next time when you join, please join at least 5 minutes before the session. Just wait there because, while explaining, it's very inconvenient, guys. Please. Okay. And when you join, please mute yourself. When you have to speak, you can unmute yourself. So would really appreciate if you all cooperate. Huh? So, okay, guys, look. The thing is, when we look at academic vocabulary for present simple, like study work, like conduct research, right? Attend lectures, submit assignments, meet deadlines. Now, you won't believe that quite often we would use these phrases. Like, for example, I conduct research regularly, right? I attend lectures every day. I submit assignments regularly and I meet deadlines. So those are important things. Then when you speak about daily life, like maintain a routine, follow a schedule, prioritize tasks, manage time. And when you speak about technology, utilize tools, right? Access information, operate systems, and browse websites. And when you speak about environment, we would say contribute to pollution, consume resources, generate waste, protect ecosystems. Now, for example, uh, plastic pollution or burning plastic contributes to pollution, right? Or nowadays, we consume vast amount of resources. Then this activity generates waste, right? We need to protect ecosystems. Now, I know that some of us might feel like, oh my God, this is so difficult, but look at it, right? We are understanding the verbs conduct, attended lectures. So believe me, if you focus on this, you can fix this issue within 2, 3 minutes. You understand? It does not require months of learning. It only needs proper focus. You see? So then, guys, um, we'll come back to speaking a bit later. You see? So, example, like I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. I work as a software developer. Hard work leads to success, right? So, these are the facts we would use. So, present simple in IELTS. Let's focus on part one and part one speaking and writing task two. So when do we use it, right? Because that's the main aim, right? We are here to focus on IELTS. So look, do you work or study, right? Do you work or study? What do you usually do on weekends? How often do you exercise? Right? So the thing is, guys, right? When you answer like this, I'm a student, I study business, not great. But it's better to say, I currently study business administration at university. I attend lectures 5 days a week and spend most evenings completing assignments. I find the coursework challenging but rewarding. Now, here, guys, I'm currently, you can use present continuous too. I'm currently studying. Usually, both options are fine. And to be very honest, when we speak about education and studies, we would use present continuous as well at first. Like, for example, I can say, I'm currently studying business administration at university. Then I attend lectures 5 days a week and spend most evenings completing assignments. I find the coursework challenging but rewarding. You see? Then, when we write essays, right, we would say many people believe that education plays a crucial role in society. We can also say technology influences every aspect of modern life. Globalization refers to the process of international integration. See, globalization refers to the process of international integration. Do you see that? This lesson is very important, guys. I guarantee you will not find a single lesson like this, but this is actually uh, 10 years of hard work, not only by me, but by our team. You see, so it's like based on research, based on, I'm being very honest with you guys, don't even think that I'm lying, okay? Based on 1,000 essays, 1,000. So we kind of course, we kind of did our research. We used AI for our reference. I'm not lying, but at the same time, all our experience right throughout. So don't even think that we have used ChatGPT. So this lesson is going to be very important for you all. So try to understand the importance of this, right? So for example, you see, when we write essays, many people believe, right? Many people uh, uh, think, but here many people believe, many people hold the view, many people hold the view, right? That education plays a crucial role in society. Technology influences every aspect of modern life. So we can't say technology is influencing. Technology influences every aspect of modern life. So it's something that has been regular, right? So when we think that it's happening regularly, we would use present simple. Mhm. Fine, guys. Do you have questions? Maybe you want me to explain something again. Maybe you have doubts. No, right? Okay. So once again, remember, the examiner will ask questions like, do you work or study? Right? What do you usually do on weekends? Right? How often do you exercise? So you can say, no, I work out regularly. So every Monday I go for a run And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I visit the gym and I try to lift weights. And I found this really effective. You see? So when you speak, you got to think about those verbs like I run, I visit the gym, right? And I lift weights, right? So you use present simple and you'll get the idea accordingly. Mhm. So now, guys, look at these questions. Do you, no, I'll get this a bit later. Yeah, let's take these questions now. Do you work or study? What do you usually do on weekends? How often do you exercise? Okay, so you have to use present simple, not present continuous. But when you speak about your studies, you can say, currently I am studying. That's fine. Okay, so can you all think about your answers? So it should be 2 to 3 sentences, guys, like we have, like strong band 7 plus. Take that as an example. Maybe let's all focus on the first question. Okay, do you work or study? Mhm. So I want some answers coming from you all. Let's start. Yeah, Rushani, would you like to answer?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll choose what do you usually do on weekends?
Mhm.
Usually during the weekends, I utilize my time to clean my house because that is something I do not get to do regularly since I'm busy with work.
Well done. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. And you can say, so whenever I clean my house, I get a lot of satisfaction. So try to elaborate a bit more, but that's a very good answer. I'll take it. Mhm. So, guys, let's go like that. Let's not take much time. Haran, would you like to answer? Haran? Now, take the model answer as a guideline, but don't copy paste it, right? I currently study or I work as an accountant, right? So I deal with clients or I handle a team of 5 people or I lead a team of five professionals, right? Or so think about your profession, guys. You see? Mhm. Who's next? Hmm. Yeah, Tusipan, go ahead. Yes. Uh huh. Hi.
I'm currently studying, also working as a part-time tutor. During the weekends, I conduct my classes, and I'm very happy to learn children and my students and help them to improve themselves in their studies.
Well done. So you teach students, they learn from you. Tusipan, I'm very
Yeah,
happy to teach them or teach them,
thank you.
enlighten them. You can use enlighten as well, but well done. Very good. Well done. Mhm. Okay, anyone else, guys? So the more you drag, the more time you're going to spend here. Yeah. Safra, what about you? Hi, Safra, would you like to answer? Okay, Deomini, go ahead. Mhm.
So I'm really sorry. I cannot
Okay,
switch
go
on my
ahead.
camera.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead. Huh.
Currently, I am working as a banker for a leading private bank in Sri Lanka. I'm working in credit card department, and therefore I have to attend uh, customer inquiries regarding credit cards.
Well done, very good. So you can say here, don't say currently. I work as a banker and I work in the credit. I work in the. So you can't say I am working here. I work in the credit card department. Present simple, but well done. Mhm. Dilan, would you like to answer, Dilan? Hi.
I
Yeah. Hi,
I
Dilan. Go ahead.
uh, I work as a mechanical technician and I deal with the engineering department and that I help to develop the production in the plant.
Well done. Dilan, well done. Excellent. Excellent answer. Very accurate. All three, the sentences were accurate there. Well done. Very good. Mhm. Good start. Well done. Mhm. Yeah. Marina, would you like to answer? Hi, Marina.
Hello.
Hi.
I'd like to answer the first question.
Mhm.
I both study and work online, and this ability allows me to manage my time efficiently, to balance my responsibilities. And I find it really convenient because I can stay productive, and that's all.
Well done. Well done. Marina, well done. Very excellent. Excellent. Yes, well done. Kavindi, you want to answer, Kavindi? Go ahead. Go ahead. Hi. Hi, Kavindi. Nice
Hi,
to
sir.
see you.
Yeah, I currently work as an assistant counselor at SITA Counseling Center. I usually provide emotional support for my client, and I also maintain records and assessment to assist my clients as well.
Well done. Excellent. Excellent. Keep it up. Yes. Okay, who's next? Safra, go ahead. Safra, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. I'm currently working as an accountant, and also I'm doing my exams. Meanwhile, I'm following chartered accountancy, and the weekends I'm most of the time spending with my family. These are the things I'm doing.
Yeah. So, Safra, you see, for example, only for studies, I told you, we can say I'm currently studying. But when we speak about work, everyone, yes, we say I currently work. This is better use present simple there. So and during the weekends, so you like during the weekends or during the weekdays, we use present simple there. But well done. Very good. So, Tanush, go ahead. Tanush, go ahead. You can be the next. Yes, go ahead, Tanush.
I'm currently studying engineering at UDS, and I'm working as a part-timer at my dad's company as a assistant manager.
Manager, yes. So, what do you do? Can you tell us more? So, what exactly do you do as an assistant manager? What do you do?
I do accounting. I do his accounting.
Okay, okay, not bad. I'll take it. So you can say I deal with accounts. I handle accounts. Maybe it's better. You see, I handle accounts, or I deal with accounts. That would be better. Yes, Ravindu, go ahead.
I am currently work as a chess coach at my own academy. I conduct my classes on weekends, and I am really proud about my children's achievements.
Well done. I'm proud of my children's achievements. Well done. I'll take it. Well done. I'll take it. Yeah. So Hashini, go ahead. Hashini, yes, go ahead. Yeah. Hi.
I currently work as a temporary lecturer in nursing department, manage newcomers to the university with their lectures and clinical supervision since I'm in nursing department. I'm very passionate about what I'm doing, yet sometimes managing newcomers is not something very easy. Sometimes it makes me very stressed. Yet I always love to handle the students and their works very passionately.
Well done. Very good. Very good. Very good. Not bad. I'll take it. Yes. Actually, it's excellent. There was smaller. I missed it, but well done. Very good. Yeah. Hasita, go ahead.
Yes, nowadays I'm studying QA at private institute. I have lectures on weekends as well as there are some assignments to complete on weekdays as well.
Well done. Well done. I'll take it. Why not? Very good. Fine. So, guys, I think I'm going to move on now. So, now let's focus on present continuous. Okay. So, here, what happens is we speak about am, is, are, right? But if it's a negative, we say am not, it isn't, right? They aren't. So, like they aren't going, right? Or he isn't going, right? I'm not going, right? Negative. Question, is he? Am I? Right? Are they? Right? So the subject with are they going? Right? That's how we would ask. Now, when to use actions happening right now. Like, for example, I am studying English at this moment, or she's working on her assignment. Like, currently, she's working on her assignment. Like, I work as an accountant, right? I work for a company, but currently, I'm working on something. I'm working on a project. I'm working on a report. I'm working on an issue, something like that. You see, so temporary situation. Like, I am living with my parents temporarily. You see, He's taking a course this semester, because it's not a permanent one. Only for this semester, you see, only for this semester, he's taking a course. Trends and changes. The climate is changing rapidly. More people are using renewable energy. And arrange future. For example, I'm meeting my advisor tomorrow. We are taking the exam next week. And annoyance, like he's always complaining about the workload. Now let me start with the last one. Now I told you all, right? When we say always, usually, we use present simple. But when we want to show that we are unhappy about a repeated issue, when we are unhappy about a repeated issue, we would use present continuous. Now, for example, he's always coming late. He always going early, for example, or leaving the job early. So he always leaves early. But if I say he's always leaving early, that means I'm not happy about it. I'm complaining. That's why we say annoyance. Now, here, guys, arrange future. Like I'm meeting my advisor tomorrow. We are taking the exam next week. Why? Because you have already arranged everything, already planned. So we use present continuous. Then trends and changes, like the climate is changing rapidly. More people are using renewable energy. Then temporary situation, like I'm living with my parents temporarily. He's taking a course this semester. I'm studying English at this moment. She's working on her assignment. So these expressions like now, right now, at the moment, currently, this week, this month, this year, these days, today, tonight, temporarily, for the time being, we would use present continuous. Now, how would we use this for IELTS writing? Now, for academic situations like trends, you see, the number is increasing, decreasing, rising, falling, growing, declining. Now, for example, the number of people visiting the cinema is decreasing, right? Current research, like scientists are conducting, analyzing, investigating, exploring. Change, guys. Society is evolving, adapting, transforming, developing, right? Then technology, companies are implementing, developing, innovating, and advancing. So, guys, honestly speaking, if you go back with this presentation, you will have it. You'll understand that for many essays, you will be using these verbs. That's what we are learning. We are not just learning basic grammar. We are learning the right implications of the verbs that would be useful for most of the essay topics. Remember that. Trends, current research. When you speak about change, now, for example, you go through the IELTS speaking questions, you have questions like, how has technology changed education? How has AI changed education? So here, guys, you need to understand it's not about change, but you also use words like evolving, adapting, transforming, developing, right? So these verbs, now there are exceptions. Now remember, these verbs, right, these are like state verbs, cannot use in continuous. Now, for example, mental state, like I know, I believe, I understand, I remember, I forgot, I think. Emotions, now, for example, love, hate, like, prefer, want, need. And sense, for example, see, hear, smell, taste, seem, appear. And possession, like have or like own, belong, and possess. So, for example, I can't say I'm knowing the answer. I know the answer. Now I know the answer. I can't say now I'm knowing the answer, right? It'll be a mistake. I believe in God. Now I believe in God. I've always believed in, for example, you see, now I understand. Now I remember. Now I forget. Now I think. So we can say I am thinking about it, but no, usually. See, I think it's important. I'm thinking about my future. It's a process, continuous. You see? So we can't say she's having a car, she has a car, right? So we just need to work on these things, but these are the ones that would really let us down. So look at these issues, guys, right? For example, I'm understand the grammar now. I understand. Scientists are conducting research on climate change. That's correct. The number of students is increasing every year. It's ongoing, right? It's correct. But I can't say I'm knowing 3 languages. I know 3 languages. More people are becoming aware of environmental issues. Yes, it's correct. She is having a meeting at 3 p.m. tomorrow. It's arranged future, it's correct. I am loving this course. It's correct to say, it's correct to say, I'm sorry, I love this course. Technology is transforming education. It's an ongoing process. So then it's correct. So how would we use it in IELTS speaking? Is, the question is, are you working or studying at the moment, right? If the examiner asks, like, I'm currently studying for my master's degree in computer science. I'm also working part-time as a research assistant, which is helping me gain practical experience because it's happening now. It's an ongoing process. So these days, I'm focusing on my thesis research, right? And when you write essays, you see the graph shows that the percentage of internet users is rising steadily if it's ongoing. Currently, more young people are choosing to study abroad. You see, currently, more young people are choosing to study abroad. The number of electric vehicles is increasing dramatically. Now, if you look at task two, right, in modern society, people are becoming increasingly dependent on technology. Governments are implementing stricter environmental regulations. Researchers are exploring new methods to combat climate change. So we can use these expressions, guys. So when we speak about the technology in your country, education changes, lifestyle trends, environmental awareness. So, for example, in my country, more young people are choosing to work remotely. Companies are adapting to this new trend, and the traditional office culture is changing rapidly. So, can you choose a topic, guys, and use present continuous? Now, you see, in my country, AI is influencing many sectors. So companies are adapting to this trend not so successfully. And I believe it would be necessary, you see. So can you think like that, guys? Now, for example, people are becoming more, you see, people are becoming more aware of environmental issues. Currently, the government is creating many awareness campaigns. And as a result, it's helping people to understand the consequences, for example. You see? So I am speaking about a current situation and I'm using present continuous. So, guys, either you can type or you can speak, but you need to do it down. Okay? Now, for example, in my country, many students are moving abroad for higher education. Now, then think about, okay, this trend is influencing, helping, or affecting, right? Or maybe this process is contributing to brain drain, right? And as a result, it is impacting the job market. So think like that, you see. So this is actually, guys, a very nice technique. You kind of think about how to use the tenses appropriately. Tusipan, go ahead, please.
So in my country currently, there's a high awareness awareness regarding the environmental issues among the youngsters. Especially in the universities, there is a movement called Zero Plastic Movement, where students work with the other communities, especially the coastal communities, to use the kind of reduce the plastic use in the coastal areas. Also at the same time, protecting the marine environments and the coastal line. So this has really, in my opinion, I feel it has made a big change among the youngsters, especially with the use of plastic and all those issues. And I've seen so many people putting the plastic papers or bottles in the bins properly, and they also like to maintain a beautiful beach side or even their environment
Well done.
areas.
Well done. Very good. Very good. You use present perfect there too, but you did it very skillfully, Tusipan. I'll take it. Well done. Excellent. Excellent. Yes. So who's next? Yeah, Rushani, go ahead.
I'll choose the third question, lifestyle trends. Lifestyle trends in Sri Lanka is rapidly changing as the public is much aware about the health issues that comes along with the bad habits that they were following earlier. Mostly, the public is now eating clean and attending and going to the gyms so that they can have a healthy lifestyle.
Well done. Beautiful. Well done. Very good. Very good. You see, so when you write also, the way you said, you need to be conscious of the tenses, Rushani. So once you do that, you will achieve a very high score. Well done. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Try, guys. It's now or never. Neruja, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll choose the first one. In the country, um, more people are using mobile apps for their daily shopping. Even small local markets are starting to accept digital payments, and the use of cash payment is decreasing every year.
Well done. Very good. Very good. So here, people is plural, right? So people. Well done. I'll take it. Yeah. Well done. Nadika.
In my country, environmental awareness is increasingly decreasing due to the hectic work schedules of individuals. I think it is it make a huge impact on the environment. Therefore, the government is taking appropriate measures to enhance the environmental quality annually.
Well done. Very good. Very good. Very good. Fine. So, guys, remember, if you want to speak, you have to switch on the camera. Otherwise, don't speak, right? So, we mentioned that it's our policy. So, you have to respect that, guys. You see? So, that's very important. Now, when you go to an offline meeting, do you go yourself invisible? You show yourself, right? So, if others are doing, others should follow it, right? Otherwise, you should keep quiet, guys. We mentioned that. So, please don't get me the wrong way. This is important. Devmini said she has an issue, right? So, you all have to show yourself, guys, because we can't repeat it all the time. Right? So the message was sent. We have a policy, and it's important because at the exam, you have to show yourself. Discipline is very important, guys, when it comes to an exam. Otherwise, we should not pass the exam. You see, so it's very important. And when we say you all have to, that means you all don't respect my request, right? That means it doesn't matter. You do what you want to do. Then what point, why should I bother? Tell me. It's not correct, guys. You see, because you see our effort, right? We are not just coming and preparing you all. We really make an effort, guys. You have no clue the effort we put behind here. You see, if you look from the presentation to the designing to the commitment, you all need to know that. So just don't let me repeat it again. If you are not able to, then don't say. You can say, I'm unable to speak. I'm not in a position. You listen. But if you want to speak, guys, you have to kind of, show yourself. But it's a policy. We mentioned it. So you have to, otherwise it seems like you all don't care. It's like, it just goes from here and comes out from the other ear. Doesn't work like that. Fine. Okay. Who's next? Yeah. Kavindi, go ahead. Yes. Kavindi, go ahead.
I'm answer for the second answer. In Sri Lanka, education is changing rapidly. Especially technology is playing a major role on that. And students are more encouraged to using online platform to do their learning effectively.
Yeah, encouraged to use online platforms to yeah, well done, very good. To encourage to use online platforms to pursue their education effectively. That would be better if you're writing an essay. Pursue their education effectively. You see. But well done, very good. So Vishara, Satilni. Well done, very good. You see, so in my country, more and more people, right? More people are using social media to promote their businesses, right? As it helps to improve their, or as it helps them to create awareness, or capture a significant market share, Uh, and don't say good, this is a great opportunity for worldwide customers to go through on their choice, go through no go or to get to become aware or to get to know their product, something like that. Yes, why not? Fine. So guys, now let's move on. So when to use present simple, when to use present continuous, right? So that's an important thing. Now for example, present simple permanent, regular, habitual, present continuous temporary, happening now, changing. Now for example, I live in Moscow, I'm living in a hotel, temporary, but I live in Moscow, it's permanent. She works as a doctor, she's working on a new project, right? So she works as a doctor. That's why I told you, permanent job. But she's working on a new project. It's the current task. I study every evening. It's a habit. I'm studying right now at this moment. Water boils at 100 Celsius. It's a fact. The water is boiling when we say it's happening now, right? So that's why we can't say I'm working as a teacher. I work as a teacher. I study English now. It's wrong. I am studying English now at the moment. More people use social media these days. See, more people are using social media these days. Why? It's a trend. Trend means it's ongoing, right? It's developing. You see, it's progressing, right? So that's why we'd use present continuous. So guys, the thing is, what is very important here is that examiners appreciate, because when we speak about flexibility, check that on the band descriptors. It's very important to show flexibility in grammar, not only for IELTS, but even for PTE. For every English exam, that's a very important criteria. So that means you have to show flexibility with grammar. Flexibility comes with confidence, right? Because you know, when you're speaking about the current situation, you use present continuous. But when you speak about habitual, you use present simple. You see? So before we think about advanced grammar and advanced vocabulary, but the way you all spoke today, some of you all did a great job. That's what the exam would look for, and that would easily help you to achieve a good score. Fine, guys, let's check your knowledge now. Can you all type the answers? Now, I'm working as an accountant for 5 years. But here we would use present perfect. I'll get there. I'll come here. Fine. So guys, now let's go to present perfect and present simple, and then I'll get to the task. It will be easier for you all. So now we're going to look at the present perfect experience. That's an important thing. And when you speak about unfinished time, and when we speak about results. So with present perfect, we have to use have, has, plus past participle, the third form. Negative, haven't, hasn't, past participle, and questions like have, has, plus subject, plus past participle. Now, for example, life experience, like I have visited 15 countries. She has never tried sushi. Actions in unfinished time period, like I have read 3 books this month, because this month is not yet over. He has studied hard this week. Then when we speak about recent past with present result, like I have lost my keys, that means it's still lost. She has finished her homework. And when we speak about changes over time, like technology has transformed education. Climate change has affected many regions. So guys, when we speak about a change, listen to me carefully. When we speak about a change that has been happening, that means from the past till now, you see, we use present perfect, right? So that's why here we say technology has transformed education. That means from the past till now. That's why I say technology has transformed. But I can also say technology is transforming, because when I say it's happening now, it's ongoing, right? It's transforming. Now, for example, I can say the Iran-US-Israel war, Iran versus US-Israel war, has cause severe devastation, has caused severe destruction, has caused, or has led to, right? Or I can say it's causing, because so far it has, and it's still ongoing, right? It hasn't stopped. Only Trump is going crazy. So you understand, guys? So that's why we use present perfect simple, or when it's going now, it's happening now, we say present continuous. You see? Now, let's say, for example, the war stops today. So we would say it has caused severe destruction, right? But it's not causing any severe destruction now. Do you understand, guys? Yes. So that's why the difference, right? So here, technology has transformed education. Already, it has transformed. But I can also say technology is transforming because it's also happening now. Climate change has affected many regions, or climate change is affecting many regions. Both are fine. Is it clear, guys? Yes? Or do you want me to explain that? So think like that. That's, you need to understand the practicality of grammar, right? That's important. So we use with ever, never, just, already, yet, recently, lately, so far, up to now, until now, for duration, for 3 years, for a long time, like since 2020, since I was young, this week, this month, this year, unfinished time. So that's how we would use these tenses. So guys, look, academic vocabulary for present perfect, very important. Achievement, you say, I have achieved, I have accomplished, I have attained, I've reached, I've obtained. When you speak about research, have conducted, have discovered, demonstrated, proven, revealed. When you speak about change, have transformed, have evolved, have developed, have improved, have declined. And when you speak about experience, have gained, acquired, accumulated, obtained, or experienced. Like I have experienced it, right? Now these are the IELTS speaking questions. Like, have you ever traveled abroad? Where have you been? What's the most interesting book you have read? What have you achieved this year so far? Now look at the question. Yes, I have traveled to Japan. I went there last summer and I visited Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. You see? So you need to use these tenses when we answer, guys. Now, for example, have you ever studied English before? Yes, I have studied English for about 10 years now. I started in primary school and have continued learning ever since. Over the years, I have improved significantly, especially speaking and writing. Now, when you speak about part two, right, I have recently learned how to code in Python. This skill has become increasingly important in my field. Now, when you write essays, technology has revolutionized the way we communicate. Over the past decades, environmental awareness has increased dramatically. Society has witnessed significant changes in gender roles. You see, so we use present perfect when we uh, use phrases like over the years, over the past few decades, right? So we use present perfect, guys. That's an important thing as well. So that's why we say technology has revolutionized the way we communicate. Over the past decade, environmental awareness has increased dramatically. Society has witnessed significant changes in gender roles. So who would like to answer these questions, guys? At least 10, 12 people should come forward now. Have you ever traveled abroad? Where have you been? What's the most interesting book you have read? What have you achieved this year so far? So here, like for example, you can say, so far this year has been amazing because I have been able to achieve many things, many wonderful things. First of all, I have completed my degree. So I had prepared for 3 years and I've been able to complete the degree successfully. On top of that, I have started, you see? So I have started, I've completed, you would use present perfect. Now, have you ever traveled abroad? You can say, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. I would say, like, no, I haven't. I've never got the opportunity to visit, but I hope I could visit Japan. Oh, yes, I have. In fact, I have traveled abroad, or I have visited 2 countries. And the last country I visited was Japan, something like that. Yeah, please go ahead. Tusipan, yes.
I will go with the first question. No, I haven't visited any country until now, but I would really like to visit to India in near future, just because I think it's a neighboring country for Sri Lanka, and the culture in India relate bit with our culture too. So just wanted to explore the culture and try a bit of the exotic food there.
Well done, very done. So the culture is similar to our Sri Lankan culture. The culture is similar too, but well done, very good. Nadika. Need to unmute, Nadika. Need to unmute.
Yes, I have visited Singapore 10 years ago. It was a wonderful visit to my sister's home. I enjoyed that visit as the Singapore is a beautiful country with eco-friendly features. So I think it also technologically advanced country, as I know. So I really enjoyed that visit.
Well done, very good. Well done, excellent answer. Only thing is you can say, yes, I have, comma, yes, I have. I visited Singapore 10 years ago, something like that. Yes, I have. Then I visited past simple 10 years ago, because when we say 10 years ago, we use past simple. But well done, very good. Who's next? Kavindi, yes.
The most interesting book I've read is The Power of Subconscious Mind by Dr. Murphy. And it has helped me a lot to understand how our cognition influence our behaviors and decision making process. And also I have learned valuable strategies to improve my self by read that book.
By reading that book, but well done, Kavindi. Well done. Tenses wise, very good. So what you need to do is you need to practice more to increase your fluency. Grammar wise, very good, right? So that's the next step, but excellent, Kavindi. Love the effort. Love the effort. Well done. So guys, let's take Kavindi as an example. Yes, let's move on. And Tusipan too. Yes. Marina, go ahead. Yes.
This year I think I have achieved several important things. For example, I have learned programming and I have developed the ability to write code. Also, I have worked a lot this year, and I think all this helped me gain valuable knowledge, valuable experience to become a better version of myself.
What an excellent answer. Excellent answer. Good expressions. A better version of myself. A better version of myself. That's a nice expression, guys. Marina used. Lovely. Well done. Excellent. So if I were the examiner, I would definitely increase the score. That's a very good one. Okay. Who's next?
Thank you.
Need to use it, guys. You see, these are easy things, but if we don't focus on the basics, then we can't focus on hard things, right? The tough things. But once you do this, you can easily achieve a good score. Ravindu, yes, go ahead.
In this year, I have achieved many things so far. I have completed my 4-year bachelor's degree on this year, and on top of that, I have started to applying my master program in Denmark.
Great. So what will happen to your chess school. Ravindu, what will you do if you move to Denmark? Are you planning to?
I planning to do in online.
Oh, okay. Well done. Very good. Well done. Lovely. So guys, please go ahead. Yeah, well done. Hasita, go ahead, Hasita. Huh?
So can you see me?
I can't see you, Hasita, but I would be happy to see you.
Wait. Yeah, sure. Now you can see, I think.
Yes, great.
Yeah.
Such a handsome guy.
So I'll go with first one.
Handsome guy, I see. Well done. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, I have traveled to India. I went there on 2020 and I visited to Chennai, Bangalore, Varanasi and Delhi. It was very nice experience, but I didn't have a chance to have chance to go there one day. Definitely go there.
Well done. So I visited, not visited to, visited. Well done. And I really like the way you showed variety. I visited there in 2020, not in 2020, but well done. Very good. Overall, well done. I'll take it. Rushani, go ahead.
I'll take the first question. I have traveled to 2 or 3 countries. The last country that I traveled to was England, back when the Queen was alive. England is such a beautiful country with clean cities and beautiful clean cities, as well as beautiful, calming remote areas. Although I visited London, I did not get an opportunity to see the Queen. I wish I had, now that she's no longer there.
Yeah. Well done. Very good. So beautiful, instead of repeating beautiful, you can say breathtaking, mesmerizing. So beautiful, breathtaking, mesmerizing, right? You can use more expressions like that. But well done, Rushani. Well done. Very good. Excellent. Hashini, yes, go ahead.
The most interesting book that I've ever read in my life is Haripuduma Skole, which is written by Tatsuki Kuryogani, who is a Japanese writer. Even though I've met several books, hundreds of books in my 27 years of life, I've never met such a heartwarming novel, which is all about a childhood, which is about a beautiful childhood.
Well done. Very good. So here, I've never met, here you can say I've never come across. I've never come across as an expression would be better, Hashini. But well done. Very good. Love that energy. Well done. Very good. Guys. Just try, guys. Just try, right? Sachini, go ahead. Yeah, Sachini, you can go ahead. Sachini, go ahead. Okay, Sachini, unmute yourself. Connection issue. Yeah. Yes. Can't hear you, Sachini. Wait, let me help you. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Sachin, now. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm sorry, sir. It was stuck then. I think I have written on the presentation mistake, and I'm sorry, sir.
Try, give me answer. Give me answer, Sachin. Don't worry. Relax. Give me answer.
Okay, sir. One of the most interesting books I have read is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It has taught me a very good lessons about life to pursue my own dreams and trusting my own journey. And I have always been inspired by the main character, how he has pursued his life goals. And reading this uh, book has always given me opportunities to look on my life in different perspectives.
Well done. Very good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Sandun. Hi, Sandun. Go ahead.
I,
Hi.
I'll try to the third question.
Okay.
I have published two abstracts this year. Both have presented in international conferences. So I discovered new theories on environmental sciences.
Environmental science, but well done. Very good. Okay. Yeah. This was Sandun. Yeah, Domini, go ahead. Domini, please. You'll be the last to answer then.
So I go with second question. One of my most interesting book I have ever read is Madolduva. It was written by Martin Wickramasinghe. Now I read that book more than 3 times. This book helped me to face some difficulties in my life, how I react those difficulties and how I overcome those difficulties. Through that book, I learned so much things.
So many things. So many things. And the one of the best books I've ever read was one of the best books I've ever read would be correct. Well done, very good. So now, guys, let's move on to the differences. Okay, so overall, well done. But I would appreciate you all to come forward, not to kind of wait till the end. But look here. Now, for example, have you ever studied English before? I've shown you this example that would be important. Now, guys, we're going to focus on present perfect continuous. Now, we have present perfect simple when we have results, but we also have present perfect continuous. So that's used when we speak about ongoing action that started in the past and continues now. Now, for example, I've been studying English for 5 years, right? So that means from the past till now, and it's still continuing. She has been working here since 2019. She started in 2019, has worked, and it's continues. So that's why I say she has been working here since 2019. Recently, finished action with present evidence. For example, I've been running, like I'm sweaty, you see, tired now. It has been raining, like the ground is wet. Emphasizing duration, like how long have you been waiting? They have been discussing this issue for hours. You see, they have been discussing this issue for hours. Now, for example, guys, if I say, I've been reading this book and I find it interesting, that means I've been reading and I'm still reading. I haven't completed it. But if I tell you that I've read this book and I find it interesting, that means I started and I have finished it. There is a result, like I have finished reading the book, you see? So that's important. Now, when do we use it for speaking and writing, right? So if you look at the differences, number one, focus on result completion. Here, focus on duration and process. Like I have read 3 books, finished. You see, I've been reading for 2 hours, ongoing, duration. She has written the report. She has been writing all day, ongoing. They have studied grammar. They have been studying grammar since 9 a.m., continuous process. So time expressed like for duration, for 3 hours, for 2 weeks, for ages. Since starting point, like since Monday, since 2020, since this morning. How long? All day, all week, like the whole month, right? Recently, lately. But state verbs still don't use continuous, like present continuous, right? So we don't say like, I've been knowing him for 5 years. I've known him for 5 years, right? She has been having that car since 2020. No, she has had that car since 2020. So now, guys, when we speak about the present perfect experience, unfinished time, right? Ongoing action. Like I've been studying English for 5 years, and she has been working here since 2019. So we have discussed this. So I think I'll move on. Now, guys, look at this activity. How long have you been studying English? How long have you been living in your city? How long have you been preparing for IELTS? How long have you been working or studying? So here we would use present perfect continuous as an ongoing process. So I'll just move on with the next one. We'll be a bit short of time. So guys, how to use it with the model answer? Like how long have you been learning English? You see, I've been learning English for approximately 10 years. I started in school and have been continuously improving my skills. Recently, I've been focusing on academic writing and speaking to prepare for my IELTS exam. What have you been doing recently? I've been preparing intensively for my university entrance exams. I've been attending preparation classes 3 times a week and have been practicing past papers every evening. It has been quite challenging, but I'm making good progress. That means it's ongoing. See, I'm making present continuous. Now, in writing, the number of students has been increasing since 2020. Scientists have been researching this phenomenon for decades. That means they started, there is a result, and it's continuing. See, that's why we say scientists have been researching this phenomenon for decades. So now, guys, let's try to understand the summary here. Present simple, habits, facts, permanent. I work as a teacher, like always, usually every day. Present continuous, now temporary trends, like I'm studying right now. Present perfect, simple, we use with results, like I have visited 10 countries. And present perfect continuous, duration, ongoing process, like I've been studying for 3 hours. For, since, and how long. So guys, you can go through this. Now, let's master the past tenses. Like we have past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. So we're going to focus on that quickly. But do you have questions, guys? Maybe you want me to explain something here? No, right? Okay, because I'm going to come to a very important point, like especially when we are writing introductions. So the next part would also be important overall. So past simple, like completed actions. Past continuous, actions in progress in the past. Past perfect, earlier past, like before another past action. Past perfect continuous, like duration before a past point. Now, for example, guys, I graduated from university in 2020. It's clear because it happened in the past. She visited Paris last summer. It's clear, but it happened in the past, last summer. Series of completed actions, like I woke up, had breakfast, and went to work. And past habits no longer true. Like when I was young, I played football every day. So when we refer to an action in the past that was completed, we use past simple, like yesterday, last week, last month, last year, ago, in 2020, in the 90s, in the past, when I was young, during my childhood, then after that, finally. So for example, guys, you see, research like conducted, investigated, analyzed, examined, discovered, achievement, like achieved, accomplished. We know that events again occurred, changed, transformed, revolutionized. So it's the same as present perfect, but we don't say has revolutionized or have revolutionized. We just in 2020 it revolutionized the working process. Like the COVID pandemic revolutionized the work process. So in 2020, like in 2020, COVID-19 revolutionized. So guys, we know the verbs like go, went, saw, wrote, spoke, taught. So these are basic things that you can't make mistakes. So in part two speaking, past simple will be very important. Like I remember a particularly memorable event that occurred when I was about 10 years old. My family decided to take a road trip to the mountains. We left early in the morning and drove for several hours. And when we speak about the 20th century, like when you look at writing task two, right, when we are referring to the past centuries, decades, and so on, right, we would use past simple. Like say in the 20th century, technology transformed communication. Researchers conducted a study in 2018 that revealed important findings. The Industrial Revolution changed the way people lived and worked. So, guys, now can you think about past simple and take it as a warm up? A challenge you overcame, an important decision you made, a memorable trip or experience, a time you learned something. Guys, take a screenshot, right? And then develop your answer. So you can say, for example, 2 years ago, I had to face a significant challenge because I had to leave, move on. And this challenge taught me. So say what was the challenge? Explain that challenge. How did you overcome that challenge? So I overcame this challenge. I overcame this challenge. And then you can say, this challenge taught me, or this huge obstacle taught me. Something like that, guys. Now here, guys, you see, now we already know present perfect, right? Now look at question number 3, a memorable trip or experience. You can say, in my life, I've had many memorable trips, but the one that really stands out is the one that really, even now, the one that really stands out is my trip to Kandy. So this happened 2 years ago, and I visited Kandy with my friends. So why it is so memorable even now, or why it was so uh, why it was a great experience at that time was, I don't know why, guys. So think about it. Like, maybe you had a great time. Maybe you got to visit different places. So I learned a time you learned something valuable. Take your time, but guys, you need to speak, right? Don't feel shy. Need to speak. Yes, Tusipan, go ahead.
So I will go with the third question. I have been to many trips ever since I joined the university. But if I have to choose a memorable one among them, is to be the trip we went to Blue Beach with our whole department. Why it is so special is that because the whole class made joined the trip. First reason, and the second reason is that that was my first experience visiting down south to Sri Lanka. So and also we had a great time there. We stayed in a night. We had a tent. We and we cooked. We made barbecue, and we had so much fun at that night. So I think it's not only for me, but also for my batchmates. Also, they also tell that that was the best trip we ever had.
Well done. Very good. Lovely. Lovely. Yes. So they told me, but well done. Very good. Who's next? So, guys, you see, quite often, if you look at part 2 speaking, remember, it's all about past situations, memories, challenging moments, an exciting moment, something happened in the past. You see, of course, you'll have situations related to the future as well, but in most cases, you speak about something that happened in the past, an exciting journey, something that you learned, some advice that you received. So that's why it's important. So, guys, please try. Someone should come forward. Right. So, Rushani, go ahead. I'm sorry, Rushani. Yes, go ahead.
I'll choose the first one, a challenge that I've overcome. 5 years ago, I faced the biggest challenge of my life. I must say, firstly, my biggest fear in life is losing my loved ones. So almost 5 years ago, I almost lost my father. He's healthy and happy now, but 5 years ago, that challenge sort of ruined all of our lives. It started with a simple numbness in his hands and feet, which nobody took it seriously, although I wanted him to see a doctor. But the next day, he woke up with his not feeling his legs at all. So from waist down, he was paralyzed. So we had to we rushed him to the hospital, and within 24 hours, he was completely paralyzed, neck down. And he was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is it's a fatal syndrome. It's quite rare, but it's also fatal. But some people recover completely from it. So for the next 2 days, we didn't know what to do because the diagnosis also came quite. He was put under ventilation for 2 months. For the complete 2 months, there was actually no hope even from the doctors, and they have given him a timeline, and they said there's only a 5% chance of survival. But we did not give up. We did everything possible. We had to get medicine from out, and we also did all the rituals that is possible, like having bodhi pujas and those Buddhist rituals that is possible. And after completing exactly 2 months, he started showing little movements in his hands and lips and everything, and he was out of the ventilation. And although the complete recovery took another 6 months, I think the challenge that we had at that time was completely we overcome that challenge in the next 6 months only because of our trust and faith, and how we faced it without fearing that we are losing it. It's totally on faith. So I believe with that challenge, what we understood is that no matter how big the challenge is, how hard the roller coaster ride is, we have to be faithful, and we have to believe in ourselves as well as in God.
Well done. Very good. Well done. Lovely. Lovely. I'll take it. A very inspiring story, but well done. They're lovely. Anyone else, guys? Yes. Hashini, go ahead.
I'm going to choose the second topic, an important decision I made. I got my first job appointment in Anuradhapura Hospital as a research assistant. I was freshly dropped out from the college, and everybody around me was telling me not to take that decision to go there, since my hometown is Goal and I studied in Colombo. So it was a whole new environment for me. So everybody told me that I might not be able to adapt to that new environment. But anyway, I took the decision to go there, and today I believe that might be one of the best decisions I've ever made, because we don't know how beautiful some parts are until we step onto that road.
Well done. Very good. Well done. Very good. Lovely. I'll take it. Marina, go ahead.
2 years ago, there was one of the biggest challenges I overcame, and it was defending my graduate thesis. I graduated one of the best universities in Russia, so the criteria and expectations were very high here. So I spent a lot of time preparing for this, and I worked really seriously on my research. I also had an academic supervisor, and I consulted with him a lot of time, a lot of times, and I regularly followed all his advices. And in general, I conducted for about 20 interviews with my with my audience, with my target audience, and also I launched a survey with about 300 people to collect enough voices to have enough data to analyze for my research. And for me, it was quite stressful because I had a bad experience at the second year of my university because I failed my paper thesis and I needed to take a retake. So I had this experience that taught me that I need work really hard, and I stayed focused and just continued working hard with my graduate thesis, and finally I received the highest grade for it in
Well
the
done, very
end.
good. Well done, lovely,
Yeah.
lovely. And you can say here, in fact, I had to retake. In fact, I had to retake, and criteria is always plural. Criterion is singular, criteria, and then many times, multiple times would be better. Multiple times, numerous times would make it even better. But overall, Marina, well done. Excellent. Very nice answer.
Okay, thank
Well
you.
done. Who's next? No, guys, need to speak because we have only like 4 or 5 people speaking. The others are just observing. And what about you? Dilan, would you like to try? Dilan? Dilini? Hansi? Need to try, guys. Need to make an effort. Yeah, someone? Yeah, so Devmani, go ahead. Yes.
6 years ago, I made one of important decision in my life. That is, at that time, I got opportunity to apply for a government university based on my A-level result. At that time, I have two possible choices. One is applying for a nearest university which to my home location, and other one is applying for one of my dreams university, but it far from my home location. However, I applied for my dream university. At the very first time, my parents didn't agree with me because that is really a new location to me, and I don't know any people at that location. But however, lately they helped me a lot, and after I went that university, I got so many opportunities here, and I make new relationships with friends.
Well done. Well, not bad. Not bad at all, but just grammar a bit. Yeah. So after entering that university, I was able to make new friends. After entering that university, I was able to make new friends. Ramidi, go ahead.
I remember particular memorable incident that occurred when I was about 10 years old. My mother decided to join to the Mutuhara group in our area. Therefore, I got a chance to participate a program in Rupa and channel. This was the first time that I sang a song in a TV channel. Thank
you. So when was this, Ramidu? This Mutahar program, when was this?
2010.
2010. Okay, okay. And how old were you at that time? Do you look very young?
10
10
years
years.
old.
10 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, great, great. Lovely, lovely. Vishara, please go ahead. Yeah, Vishara, go ahead.
Choosing biology as the subject for my higher education was the best decision I have made, and I made a lot of sacrifices while I'm studying, and it was not easy for me, even though it was a big challenge for me. I'm really happy today. My future education is very successful because I have so many opportunities on this field. So I'm really happy today.
Well done. Very good. Very good. You see? So while I was studying, but overall, well done. Very good. Lovely. So, guys, I'm going to move on, but the rest you all have to come forward. Now, you see, past continuous. I'm not going to take much time. We know the structure like was, were, ing, negative wasn't, weren't, and question was, were, the subject, ing. That means like, was she working at that time? Was she working? Or were they calling at that time? Or were they discussing at that moment? Right? So when do we use? Now, for example, action in progress at a specific past time. Like at 8 p.m. yesterday, I was studying English. This time last year, I was living in London because at that time last year, I was living in London. Then background action. Like I was walking home when it started to rain. She was reading when the phone rang. Then two simultaneous past actions. Like while I was studying, my brother was playing video games. You see that, right? And it's very nice when when you use comparative structures like while, whereas, examiners love it. You make things easier for them because they love to hear that. So go ahead. Then describing the scene, storytelling. You say, it was raining. People were hurrying along the streets. Cars were moving slowly. So for part two speaking, if you're able to use it, that would be great. So time expressions at a specific time, like at 9 p.m. last night, I was talking to my friend. While it was raining, John met with an accident. You see, all morning, afternoon, evening, day, yesterday, we were working. You see, so this time last week, I was, or this time last month, right? So we would actually use it. So then, guys, academic vocabulary for past continuous. You see, scene setting. You see, the sun was setting, people were gathering, crowds were forming. Research. See, researchers were investigating, scientists were examining, experts were analyzing. Background. While this was happening, or as these events were occurring, you see, while this was happening, we were wondering what to do. You see, so these are like not advanced, but makes things easier for you all. Now, past simple, completed action. Like I studied yesterday. The phone rang, sudden complete. It rained. Past continuous, I was studying at 8 p.m., right? The phone was ringing. I was raining. It was raining all morning. I'm sorry, guys. It was raining all morning. So here, guys, like we can use some expressions, but look at the example for speaking. Like, describe a time when you were late for something important. You see, it was a typical Monday morning. I was getting ready for an important job interview when I realized I had overslept. While I was rushing to get dressed, I received a call from the company. You see, then describing background, like while governments were implementing new policies, citizens were expressing concerns. During this period, researchers were exploring alternative solutions. So the thing is, guys, if you really look at it, it's not a big deal. But if you are able to use it, it will be considered as advanced grammar. This is what Band 8 is all about, right? So that's an important thing that we need to know. So honestly speaking, many trainers, they also don't know what exactly should be done, and they just go haywire. That means, they teach things which are not necessary and which would not help a student to achieve a high score. This approach, guys, if you look at it once again, from the present simple that we started to the past continuous now, If you're able to use it, you'll be able to, you're using it, you will definitely achieve a very high score. That's all. That's all. So, but you need to understand the context, the situation, and based on that, you need to use it. Now, like we have here once again, see, it was a typical Monday morning. I was getting ready for an important job interview when I realized I had overslept. While I was rushing to get dressed, I received a call from the company. You see, so while governors were implementing new policies, citizens were expressing concerns. During this period, researchers were exploring alternative solutions. Alternative solutions. So, guys, now let's move on to past perfect. So we'll get there, past perfect. Now we know past simple happened at a specific time. Past continuous, which was ongoing, right? We see that, we know the differences, right? So like actions in progress, background actions, two simultaneous past actions, right? And then describing the scene. But what about past perfect? Because quite often people get scared, but actually it's very easy. So here it's like had plus past participle, like I have worked, I had worked here. Hadn't plus past participle, had plus subject plus past participle. Now, for example, when I arrived at the station, the train had already left. So that action happened before past simple. Like she had finished her homework before dinner. Reported past, reported speech. Now, for example, she said he had seen the movie before. Why? Because she said, maybe she told me, right? She said he had seen the movie before. Or third conditional, like if I had known earlier, I would have helped. You see, so I had studied hard. Later, I passed the exam. So here, because I had studied hard, I passed the exam. Because I worked hard, I was able to succeed. Because before that, I worked hard. So because I had worked hard, I was able to succeed. So time expressions would be before, after, already, just, by the time, when. And also, guys, we can say never before, until then, up to that point, once, and as soon as. So these are the expressions we would use. So when we write an essay, right, we would think about cause and effect, background info, sequence, experience. Now, how we would use it at the exam, guys. So describe a difficult decision you made. You see, I made the difficult decision to change careers in 2022. Before that moment, I had worked as an accountant for 5 years, but I had always felt unfulfilled. I had been thinking about this change for months before I finally took action. And when you speak about, when you look at writing, when we consider task 2 essays, by the time the internet became widespread, society had already undergone significant changes. You see, by the time the internet became widespread, society had already undergone significant changes. Or before 1990, researchers had not yet discovered this phenomenon. Right? So you need to understand the context and then, guys, develop it. That's why I say because, right, had, then the result occurred. Background info. Prior to this, we had not learned about this, or we had no clue about what it's. We had not discussed it. Prior to this, we had not discussed this with our seniors. Or after, had action, another took place, right? So never before had subject plus the action. Like never before we had seen a situation like this before it occurred. You see, so never before we had seen a situation like this. So guys, if you look at it, right, now we can't say when I arrived, the movie already started. When I arrived, the movie had already started. I had went to the store. No, I had gone to the store. Past participle, not past simple. After I had ate dinner, I watched TV. No, after I had eaten dinner, right, I watched TV. So those are the sequence. Now, what about past perfect continuous? Action that was ongoing before another past action. Like I had been studying for 3 hours when she called. They had been waiting for 30 minutes before the bus arrived. You see, so here it's an ongoing at that particular point. Like, see, action that was ongoing before another past action. I had been studying for 3 hours when she called. They had been waiting for 30 minutes before the bus arrived. Or emphasis on duration before a past event. Like, he was tired because he had been working all day. Or explaining a past situation. The ground was wet because it had been raining. You see, the ground was wet because it had been raining. You see? So, for example, guys, past perfect, I had read the book before I met John. I had been reading for hours before he came. You see? So she had finished the report. She had been working on it all week. You see? So these are the time expressions we would use. Fine. So, guys, now I want to show you an important thing. So I'll get there. Good tense consistency. So when we would use it. Now look at the example. Technology has transformed education dramatically. Online learning platforms have made education accessible to millions of students worldwide. Today, students can access courses from anywhere, and teachers are using innovative tools to enhance learning. As a result, education is becoming more democratized and inclusive. So look at the analysis. Primary present tenses has transformed, have made, can access, are using, and then we use present continuous. Are using is becoming appropriate for discussing current situations. Not like what we have here. Technology transformed education. Online platforms make education accessible. Students access courses from anywhere. Teachers use tools to enhance learning. So it jumps with ideas. So don't jump between tenses randomly, right? Each paragraph should have a primary tense, past or present. Only change tense when time actually changes. Now, for example, guys, let's speak about AI. Over the years, AI has transformed many sectors, right? Starting from education to manufacturing. Therefore, even today, people are consistently adapting to this impact or to this influence. You see, even now they are, or currently they are aggressively adapting to the rapid changes. You see, so think like that. That's the most important thing, guys. So we all can learn grammar and know grammar, but it's not going to be useful if we can't use them effectively. So, guys, like what we have here. Last year, I decided to improve my English. I enrolled in a preparation course and am attending classes twice a week. You see, it's wrong. My teacher was very helpful and gives me lots of practice materials. I have studied hard and will make good progress. Now, my writing improved significantly. But look at the improved version. Last year, I decided to improve my English. I enrolled in a preparation course and attended classes twice a week. My teacher was very helpful and gave me lots of practice materials. I studied hard and made good progress. By the end of the course, my writing had improved significantly. Now, by the end is an expression, so we would use past perfect. Is that clear? Yes. So, guys, now I want to give you a task, and you will write, and then we'll move forward. So, guys, look at this question. In many countries, the number of people choosing to live alone is increasing. Do you think it's a positive or a negative development? Some people think that universities should provide knowledge and skills for students' future careers. Others believe university education has other functions. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So, what I want you to do is that write an IELTS task 2 introduction, right? Like in many countries, the number of people choosing to live alone is increasing. Do you think this is a positive or a negative development? Can you build on that, guys? 6 to 8 words. Now, for example, in many countries, there is a tendency towards living independently. Living alone means living independently. Okay? Mention why. This is because. Why? Because this is because they believe that this approach of living would help them to be more productive, would help them to focus more. So can you write your own opinion, guys? So don't write an essay and just mention it, elaborate it, and you have to say whether it's a positive or a negative thing. Let's focus on the first one, guys, okay? So I want everyone to make an effort, guys. Just write what you know. No worries, Hassan, no worries, okay? This time we are writing, guys, okay? So take this as an example, okay? Now, for example, some people believe that technology has made our lives more complicated. To what extent do you agree or disagree? See, technology has become an integral part of modern life, while some individuals argue that technology advancement has increased complexity. I believe that technology actually simplifies many aspects of our daily routines. This essay will discuss both perspectives before concluding that technology's benefits outweigh its drawbacks. So here, guys, the same. While there are many benefits, I believe they don't outweigh the disadvantages. So you all can take a screenshot to kind of get an idea here. So you see, topic sentence, present simple. Explanation, present simple. Example, past simple. Right? So think like that. And tense analysis, like has become, argue, has increased, believe, simplifies. You can see over the years, living independently, living independently has become a trend in many countries. You see, change the word. Yeah, go ahead. So I want the writing, I want the answer.
Youth of many countries have choose to live alone because they think they believe living alone will affect their privacy. So and they will be able to face the problem and solve them alone.
Well done, well done, well done, well done. Not bad. And you can say that's why this tendency is progressing rapidly, right? So we can also use that as a present continuous there, but I'll take it. Okay, I've seen the answers coming. I'm sorry. Well done. Very good. So we'll start with Tusipan. In many countries, the number of people choosing to live alone has increased noticeably recent years. Well done. This trend is influenced by changes in lifestyle, economic independence, and shifting social values. While many believe living alone can provide individuals with greater privacy and personal freedom, it may also lead to reduced social interaction and higher living costs. Well done. Very good, Tusipan. Well done. Roshan, it has been in many countries, majority of people have chosen to live alone. Maybe not, it is my view, just say in my view. That's all. In my view, such a choice to live alone is popular due to independence and free lifestyle. Okay. But we have to mention whether it's a positive or negative thing, but fine, I'll take it. So Thilani, well done. Thilani, I'm so sorry. So in many countries, the number of people choosing to live alone is increasing. Well done. This trend can be attributed to several factors, including financial independence, especially among young adults. Although some believe this is beneficial, I believe the benefits don't outweigh the negatives, or I believe that the challenges outweigh these benefits, for example. But well done, very good. So here we have to also give our opinion. That's an important thing. Anyone else? So take this as an example, right? Now here, do you agree or disagree? Here it says, do you think this is a positive or a negative development? So we go with the same option. So we have to state our opinion. That's an important thing. Now here, individuals living independently is becoming a novel trend in many countries. Well done. Overall, I like it. Here, well done. I believe that independency is a negative trend for many reasons, as it significantly impacts several aspects right? So, but well done. Hashni, the significant number of people in many countries are choosing to stay single. I believe that it has a positive reason behind, and that might be, I believe it has a positive reason, and this might be the fact that modern world appreciates independence in life regardless of the gender. So Hashni, there are some corrections here. It's always regardless of something. So we would say regardless of the gender. And instead of also, you can say besides or moreover, right? We can say moreover. There are overall, it's good. Just need to kind of work on the sentence structure bit, Thilni. I'll take it. So it's Hashni. I'm sorry, Hashni. Then Andradi. In many countries, a significant number of people believe that living independently is becoming popular. Don't say famous. Becoming a popular lifestyle approach. What it is in many day-to-day observation. In my day-to-day observation, I'm sorry. or based on my day-to-day observation, I believe, based on my day-to-day observation, based on it's better. I believe it's a negative development. So, Sachni, in many countries, more people are choosing to live alone, and this trend has become increasingly common. Many believe that living alone allows them to be independent and manage their own lives. However, although living alone can provide independence, I believe it is a negative trend overall. Well done. Such an excellent. Tushini. In many countries, more people are living alone. This is because modern lifestyles are making people very busy and they do not have much time to build relationships. Well done. I'm thinking about the tenses, but I like the sentence structures. Some people think that living alone, don't never use the word good, is beneficial, but it gives them the freedom and independence. However, there are also negative effects such as loneliness. This situation can also affect children, especially babies and toddlers, because they may not get enough emotional support and may not learn how to be caring towards others. No, not bad, but it's a bit too long, Tushini. Can make it a bit shorter. Over the past few years, living alone concept, Devmini, has become, well done, one of better to say, don't say one of, has become a lifestyle trend among youngsters in many countries, youngsters, right? Young, STERS. The most possible reason for this situation is economical uncertainty. Because of that, because of this, numerous people, or because of that, numerous people choosing to live independently. Because of this, numerous people choose to live independently. I believe it is a positive development if individuals are satisfied. Kavindi, in research, there has been a significant rise in the number of people who makes the individual more proud. Well done, not bad. And Ravindu, in many countries, the number of individuals who prefer to live independently is increasing dramatically. Some argue that this trend, right? So this leads to social isolation. I believe it is a positive development because it promotes personal growth and financial independence. Well done. Dilni, there is. In many countries, this transformation has given many, but overall, not bad. Actually. Fine. Yeah. So guys, do you understand? Need to show variety when it's possible and where it's necessary. That's the most important thing, guys. Okay. So, for example, I have visited Paris last year. I visited Paris last year. I read 3 books this month. I've read. So we kind of, focused on it. So let's move on. So now, guys, right, look at part 2 speaking. See, I would like to talk about my high school English teacher who has had a profound impact on my life. When I first met her, I was struggling with English and had almost given up. However, she recognized my potential and encouraged me to uh, persevere. Okay, so encouraged me to persevere. During my time in her class, she taught me not just grammar and vocabulary, but also showed me how to think critically. She had been teaching for over 20 years when I became her student, and her experience was evident in every lesson. Thanks to her influence, I have developed a genuine love for the English language. Even now, years later, I still remember her advice and continue to apply the skills she taught me. She has inspired me to become an educator myself, and I'm currently studying to become a teacher. Guys, do you see the variety that I taught? Right? So, once again, I would like to talk about my high school teacher, English teacher, who has had a profound impact on my life. Present perfect. When I first met her, past simple, I was struggling with English and had almost given up. However, she recognized my potential and encouraged me to persevere. Persevere, like not to give up, persevere. During my time in her class, she taught me not just grammar and vocabulary, but also showed me how to think critically. She had been teaching for over 20 years when I became her student, you see? And her experience was evident in every session. Thanks to her influence, I have developed a genuine love for English influence. I have developed a genuine love for English language. I'm sorry, guys. Even now, years later, I still remember her advice and continue to apply the skill she taught me. And then she has inspired me to become an educator myself, and I'm currently studying to become a teacher. So the thing is, when you really plan for part two speaking, and here I've given all the tenses, you need to think in advance how you're going to structure your story. When you would use present simple, when you would use present continuous, when you would use present perfect, and so on, guys. You see? So for home task, right? Please describe a skill you learned as a child. One topic, guys. Describe a place you visited that made a strong impression, or describe an achievement you are proud of. So think about it and then show variety and send it to me through the platform. Just send me your recorded answer. That would be a great point, guys. Okay. So I have given all the verbs, read every vocabulary, like common irregular verbs and that you need to remember for your reference. Okay. So go through, and what we did today would be important in the long run, guys. So that's why we focused on the tenses, right? So we can think about how we should use them. When we write an introduction, when we develop our supporting paragraphs, we need to use tenses effectively. So that's an important thing, guys. So do remember them. Fine. So guys, before we finish, do you have questions? Anything that you would like to clarify? Okay, a bit quiet, guys. Need to be a bit more engaged, need to be a bit more proactive. Maybe it's a bit new for you all. So I'm just quiet, but you have to get involved when we do speaking sessions and also writing. Fine. So guys, look, choose a topic, right? Take this as a model answer and try to show variety, because the more you practice, the easier it would be. And based on that, guys, we will send our responses. Either me or Steven would take care of that. So guys, that's it for today. If you don't have questions, the recording will be shared tomorrow, and I'm expecting the home task to be submitted by Sunday evening for the speaking part. So just record it and send it to me through the platform. So when you go to our platform, you have the support section, and please send it through the platform, guys. Okay. So thank you very much, guys. We'll be in touch. Have a great evening. Good night, guys. See you. See you next week then. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.